So guys, one of my subscribers said to come here to Gaudineer Scenic Area, and the real squatch hunting will commence right now. Guys, as we're heading to Gaudineer Scenic Area, I wanted to tell you a story about a woman who was picking up her daughter from the bus when she had an encounter with a Bigfoot. Well, she lives in a heavily wooded area of Randolph County, and at 3:30 she walks down to get her daughter off of the school bus. She turns around and she heads back up her long driveway. She looks up, and there, standing right in front of her house, under their porch — she lived up on the second story — and there stood this, what she described as an 8-foot tall Bigfoot. He didn't look menacing. He just stared at them. And she said that she was a little bit leery to go outside after that encounter, and she wanted to make sure her daughter was safe. Now, many people will tell you that Bigfoot are very interested in children, and they don't see women as threats. They do see men, especially men carrying weapons, as threats. All right. We finally got some service and we're on track. We're about 17 miles from Gaudineer Knob. That's where we're heading. So we just entered a wildlife management area called the Cheat Reserve or Cheat Management Area or something like that.
Cooperative.
Cheat Cooperative. What was that again, Ida?
Cheat Cooperative.
All right, there you have it. So guys, one of my subscribers said to come here to Gaudineer Scenic Area and the Gaudineer Knob. So we're gonna head up here on this road. I'm gonna put it in 4-wheel drive. Probably don't need it, but just in case. And the real squatch hunting will commence right now. As we're heading up Gaudineer Knob, I wanted to tell you this story about a hunter close to this area of Gaudineer, probably less than 30 minutes away. He had to drive down this long dirt road, then get out and walk. And it was really early in the morning, almost dark. He gets up to where he finds an old tree stand, and he climbs up to the top of this tree stand. And he's about halfway asleep because it's early in the morning. But he hears like a grunting sound. And so he looks down and he sees this creature, which is about 5 feet tall. He said it had reddish brown hair, and it was just standing there looking around. It didn't see him. And then as he's looking at this creature, he noticed the creature, looks over to the right side of of his view, and it's responding to this big crashing sound that's coming through the woods toward the 5-foot creature. Well, in just a few seconds, so the little creature walks over to this huge Bigfoot, maybe 9 feet tall, black fur, and very human-like features. And he seems to be having a discussion with the younger one, like he's being scolded, the guy reported. And then all of a sudden, after the scolding or the discussion, the smaller one bounds off into the woods, and the guy in the tree stand said he'd never seen anything move that fast in his life. Then the large Bigfoot creature turns around and looks him in the eye. And he then slowly turns and walks away, occasionally looking back. I think I would have been scared to death. I thought I noticed some kind of structure, but I'm gonna look. Wow. Opens up a little bit in here. What's interesting here is the leaves here in this area right now are not as smushed down. That other area is like, man, it was like something, or like every animal in the woods are just stomping through it, but this doesn't look like that. I don't see any structures, just the beautiful thick woods. I was just telling Tina, you know, I love Virginia, but West Virginia is, to me, so mysterious, because I guess what you were saying, it was uninhabited mostly in this area.
Yeah. Less population, of course, and therefore thicker, more populous forest.
Yep.
It's beautiful.
Natural. A lot of people in West Virginia call this area Little Canada because it reminds them of the foliage of Canada, especially in the Northwest Territories in California and Oregon. Couple things. Number one, I got to come back here to do a cooking video. They got the grill all ready. I love cooking on an open flame, and I hadn't done a video about cooking on an open fire in a while, so I need to do that. Second thing is, this is one of the most magical places I've ever seen. I was telling Tina, it's like, You see little trolls.
Yeah, little elves, little gnomes.
Right. That's what it looks like.
I mean, it looks like a movie set. Like somebody made this for a movie. It's just beautiful, so natural, and just, I don't know, just magical, like you said.
Yep. It is. I tell you, this place, some of these little places, it looks like, you know, little trolls would live in these little places. Now sometimes Bigfoot, he brings a little handsaw and he just cuts the wood like that and just throws it over here. But look at that. Stay on the trail, okay. Look at this, picnic site number 2. Pretty, but it's not as pretty as Randall. This place is so quiet. There's no wind, no birds, no nothing. It's crazy. What a view. Gosh, if there's a heaven on earth, but I can't imagine. This is one of the most beautiful places I've ever seen. And I'm not exaggerating at all.
Mm-hmm.
About you?
Yeah. One of the prettiest areas. Even without any leaves on the trees.
Right. Gosh, we're going to make sure we come here next year to see the colors. Of course, all this behind us is going to be green anyway. It's always green. It's just green. And look how dark it is in there. It is so dark. And when we just walked in there, it was getting dark. It's just a crazy place, but beautiful. I just hit that tree with 3 good knocks. We're gonna see if we get a response. Yeah, it was so dark back in there that I had to quit filming. I mean, it was so dark. We step out and it's still some little bit of daylight left.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, so we're gonna go check out a couple other places up here and then we'll head on home. All right, so we're on the Gaudineer Old Growth Trail. And we're gonna do, it's pretty quick. I think it's only 0.44, so less than half a mile. But it's getting dark, so we're not gonna stay out very long. Did I lock the truck? Look at that. We're gonna head back because we can't see the trail. And we hadn't gone that far, so we can get to the truck. But it's even dark on this camera.